Well, the Sales Lab doctrine is that we are all salespeople. It's an intrinsic human function. So since we're kids, right? Since we're little, I think my grandmother behind the house, I had to convince her um, to let me practice my speech because I had a speech that I wanted to say. And she was like, "Boy, why are you talking to yourself?" And I said, "Because I have a speech. I figured out this thing and I have to tell people." And that was kind of the first, like, convincing persuasion role I did. In business, I started at Rogers in their call center way back when. And very quickly they realized that I was good at convincing people to calm down or to add a service. And so they moved me to the more advanced team. And that was right when Rogers was converging cable, wireless, and what's the other thing? Internet. And so, yeah. And so from there, I moved to BlackBerry. And at BlackBerry, at the time, it was a very small company, just 4 buildings. And at the time, I did customer service. And after 6 months, you're allowed to go somewhere else. And immediately, I applied to be on the inside sales team, which I got. And, the rest, as they say, is history. I did that for about 10 years in various positions. And by the time I finished, the company had 10 times the people that it had when I started. And I was managing a territory in the US of about 9 states with AT&T. So, yeah. What brought me to Sales Lab? I ran sales and marketing for a startup called LexCloud.ca in the legal vertical. And I'd always been an artist and I got an opportunity to write. And so I realized that I wanted to change around how I was doing things in my life, move back to Kitchener, hometown, what's up, and got connected with Rose through Christian Snyder, who runs the Gig and Venture Lab. And we had a conversation about it. And, I never really wanted to be in education because I always saw it as, it's kind of like babysitting. Really, like, you learn some stuff, but it's really just, taking care of people's children. But when I talked to Rose, I was impressed by the fact that she was very entrepreneurial, very much about getting stuff done, not about like sort of red tape, which is what you usually associate with institutions. And that's how we started. We had a conversation and she just said, "Well, how would you do it? This is what we want to do. How would you do it?" And basically, that's how Sales Lab started. I would say certainly my journey with BlackBerry, going from basically, the same place people are when they come to Sales Lab, like right out of school, don't know anything, and just growing through that to have so much responsibility with the company by the time I left. That's a big moment for me. Certainly working with LexCloud and building it from just being, I think they had 6 or 7 clients when I started, and then when I left, it was closer to 100, and a lot of that was the work I did, and that's really excellent, and I'm really proud of Sales Lab. I think we've done. The people that have come through the program have been so successful, and it's a testament to them and their commitment, but I'm proud of being able to be part of someone's journey at this crucial juncture, right? You finish school, you're about to get your first job. You don't know if you can get it. You don't know if you can do it. Everything's new. And I get to be part of what helps people get through that. And that's really fulfilling. Not knowing anything at all. That was a big challenge. Yeah, I think that's, everyone starting their career is like that, right? We want desperately to appear professional and be taken seriously and not make mistakes, but we actually have no idea how to do that. And so big challenges just coming into not knowing what you really want, not knowing how to do anything. I think you really need to find mentors. You know, I had people that really just sort of put their arm around me and we were like, oh, you know, poor thing, let me help you. And really investing in those mentors and, you know, listening to what they're trying to help me with. That's a big thing. And I think the other thing is being consistent. You know, it's like showing up. I think when you're younger in your career, you want to do everything. And a big moment for me was realizing, yeah, I can do everything. Just I don't have to do all of it right this second. And so just kind of realizing that, hey, I know what I want to do. I know what's on my bucket list, but here's what I'm doing now. And I'm going to show up for that. I'm going to be present for that. And I'm going to be consistent with that. And that's really how everything changes.